Zombie Pigmen have been deleted from Minecraft. You might think they're still around, but the mob you see today is actually a Zombified Piglin. The original Zombie Pigman hasn't been in Minecraft since 2020. The reason you don't know this is because Mojang secretly replaced them. Why? Let me explain everything. The first sign of the Zombie Pigman was a tweet from Notch in 2010. It detailed how the Nether was going to have its second mob. Originally, the Zombie Pigman had a lot of red on it, but Notch decided to change that to green because he believed it's more fun to be scary without blood. Which is rather a W sentiment. Zombie Pigman's original textures were created by a guy named Zophobia, and there was a small thank you note written on it before it was later removed. Also, the person who inspired Notch to make Pigman in the first place was given an exclusive baking cape, which was also removed. Completely unaffected by these bad omens for their future, Zombie Pigmen continued to progress through development. They went from having no weapons to having golden swords, from dropping cooked pork chops to dropping rotten flesh and gold nuggets, from being always hostile to only being so when provoked. They were even able to wear pumpkins on their heads when it was Halloween. Then, all of a sudden, a final and fatal update was announced in the year 2019. In a flurry of snapshots, we saw rapid mutation as first their textures were changed, and then their ID was renamed. They had become Zombified Piglins. Now why did Mojang do this? The answer is Piglins. Piglins were introduced in the very same update, the Nether update. They were added as an ugly, hostile mob that lives in the Nether and keeps getting absolutely murked by hoglins for absolutely no reason. There are 3 variants of them. The normal one, then the Piglin Brute, which essentially just jumps you on sight and has 8 billion health, and the baby one, which runs around, steals gold, and makes wretched noises. They're my least favorite. Also, Piglins are in the Minecraft movie. They're reasonably dangerous overall, wielding swords and crossbows. They drop nothing good and are absolutely obsessed with gold for some reason. Bastions are frightening structures full of more holes than Swiss cheese, and for some reason that's where these horrible creatures live. They're passive if you are wearing any golden armor, but will jump you if you open a chest here. But then again, they'll jump you if you open a chest anywhere. They'll also harass you if you mine any gold. In short, they're miserable, violent creatures who only have one use: trading them gold for a variety of items, most notably ender pearls and soul speed books and boots. The ender pearls are for speedrunners like Dream. Now, in case you didn't notice, they look kind of like Zombified Piglins. This is because they kind of are. In the overworld, they'll even turn into them. They even have the same floppy ear and dumb looking tiny white eyeball. I suppose that for some reason, the developers at Mojang thought that it was stupid that the original Zombie Pigmen were part pig and lived in the Nether for no obvious reason. I dare say that some of these developers don't exactly understand subtlety in lore, so they had to make it more obvious where these zombie pig mobs came from in the first place. But what is odd is the fact that when pigs were struck by lightning, they used to turn into zombie pigmen. But for some reason, they still do it now, except they turn into zombified piglins now. I thought zombified piglins came from piglins. Mojang went through all this effort to make the origins of this mob make more sense, and then made it not make any sense, which is kinda crazy if you think about it. So that's why they removed zombie pigmen. They wanted to use them as a way to support the existence of piglins. However, the idea of the Nether being populated by lightning-struck pigs was always an inherently mysterious part of Minecraft, and with these newer changes, that mystery is quite gone. I would like Mojang to revert this change, but I don't know if they should. Piglins already exist as the new citizens of the Nether, and the only way to truly make pigmen fit again would be to delete piglins. Which, come to think of it, I would honestly like because I can't stand them. They're so annoying. Then again, I may have a solution. Why don't both mobs still exist? Perhaps zombie pigmen could only happen when a pig gets struck by lightning, and be a peaceful mob that players could keep as pets completely separate from piglins and zombified piglins. Kind of like pandas or foxes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe.